My name is Kurt Loche. I'm the Executive Director of the Little Canada Historical Society. We're in Little Canada, Minnesota, which is about 5 miles north of St. Paul. The Historical Society was started in 1977. This building was built in 1998 and has been open ever since then. The Historical Society was started to record the history of Little Canada and the families that settled here. Little Canada is one of the oldest communities in Minnesota. It's almost as old as St. Paul. St. John's Church is the second oldest Catholic church in Minnesota. It started with about 5 families, and actually they had originally settled at Fort Snelling in the late 1830s. Had come down from Canada. They were fur traders, but they were kicked out. The military kicked them out of Fort Snelling, and then they went to St. Paul, or what at that time was Pig's Eye, and bought land from Pig's Eye Parent. And between 4 or 5 of them, they owned downtown St. Paul. Well, as more and more people came in, they wanted, of course, to buy more land, and Ben Jarvis knew some Indians, and they say, you should come out to where we live. And so he came out here in about 1844 and liked what he saw, brought his family out, and several of his brother came with him, and they set up homesteading, and he built a mill. Little Canada used to be very large. At one time it was New Canada Township, which was the city of Little Canada, what is now, and then all of Maplewood. And in the early 1950s, the people in the southern part of the area decided they wanted water and sewer brought in, so they broke away and formed Maplewood. Little Canada is a fairly small community centered on Jarvis Lake and the surrounding area, and people come now for the same reason Ben Jarvis came out here. It's a beautiful place to live. You've got lakes, you've got a lot of nature, there's a lot of parks, and it's a very, very nice place to live. But we also have all the family books, so all the families that had settled in Little Canada each one has an extensive book, and we get a lot of family members, descendants now coming in who may not know a lot about their family history. They'll come in and sit down and go through the book and see pictures of all their relatives. Because we cover so much of the history of Old St. Paul, and of course the modern era of Little Canada in the area. So we'd love to have people come in and just, if they have any curiosity, we have a lot of old maps and a lot of old reference books for Minnesota history.